Welcome to another episode, everyone. And this is part 2 of Tiny KD from R40's Crip hits the Los Angeles County Jail and essentially terrorizes the module. When I left off in part 1, I was explaining that KD, rest in peace now, Tiny KD from R40's, had just squabbled an individual from Pt.2. Excuse me, these individuals went at it roughly. It was a vicious fight, and both of them needed healing, if you will. The individual from BPS had left the county jail, I believe went to Wayside, and KD had already alluded to the fact that if a Hoover comes in the dorm, big bro, or comes inside of the module, I'm going to have to squabble this individual. I understand that. I respect that. And when I left off, I had explained it. Tiny KD and I were rather cool. He had took up for me in a situation. I really respected this individual and really hate the fact that he lost his life. In comes the Hoover that KD had been salivating for. Yeah. The Hoover that came in was an individual that also was in the Los Angeles County Jail terrorizing the place. He was fighting all of the time. Individuals knew who he was. Let's just call him Groove. And when Groove came in, he hit up the module just like BPS had done immediately. Hoover, as he's walking the tier. They're saying to themselves, oh man, we got one. No, you don't got one because I'm right there. Nevertheless, KD was salivating. He knew who this individual was as well. When the Hoover comes in, Groove, he goes down to his cell and I go down there and I explain to him. He asks me, who's in the module, bro? What's going on in this module? I run it all down to him. I get to KD's. Oh, KD here. I said, yeah, KD here. And he already he want to squabble. He said, yeah, for sure. We got to get that out the way. For sure. It's mandatory, Groove. He believes KD is a trophy of sorts. An individual from a hood that's well known, that's a reputable individual. And if you can brutalize this individual or take this person out, then you've just got yourself a trophy. Your reputation thus grows in the culture. Many individuals would look at KD as this there in the Los Angeles County Jail. This worried me some. I thought immediately that Groove would want to use a weapon on KD. I know already that KD has one, and there's no doubt in my mind that so does Groove. So I go down to his cell. And when I'm speaking with him and let him know that KD is here, he said, oh yeah, we got to get that out the way, is what Groove said. We gotta handle that. Okay, fine. I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna set up the fight. He said, giving me the motion. He's right there in the cell. He doesn't want to speak too much. Yeah, Sally's right there. So behind his Sally's back, he has his back to him. He's giving me the motion like, is it okay if I stab him? Is it okay if I stick him? Or am I supposed to stick him in this situation? He let me know I got my own thing, which I already know. So I told him, hold on. I get back to you. So I go down to KD because I don't want a stabbing to transpire. I have love for Groove, obviously, and I'm charged with protecting this individual at the end of the day and making sure he makes it out of every situation wholly. That's my job. I'm not about to have to answer for why this individual lost his life in the module on my watch. No way. I can't tell him what to do necessarily as far as it relates to that, but at the same time I can't. So I tell him, hold up. I go to KD. I don't want to stab it. I don't want KD to get stabbed. I don't want Groove to get stabbed. I just want these two individuals to fight. But they both are with the business. They both have a propensity to use weapons. I know their history, both of them. I had already talked KD down with Black P-Stone. I've done this multiple times there in the Los Angeles County Jail. Stopped many stabbings. Not to pat myself on the back, just telling you the facts. And so I go to Tiny KD and I tell him, get you all out for the squabble. Just a squabble, right? That's what we on. Just squabble. You already know how I feel about all that stuff. I got love for you. I don't want this to go any further than that. Squabble. He like, but I know he gonna have his thing, bro. I said, yeah. Nobody, no knives are gonna be used. A head up fade is what we looking for. No pack out, no jumping. None of that's happening. I'm gonna get y'all out in the day room. I'm gonna be the only one in there. I'm gonna make sure of that. I'm gonna be the only one in there, and you and him, to make sure everything goes smoothly. No one jumps in, no pack outs, no knives. KD said, all right, bro. Mandatory, big bro. As long as you say your young homie ain't gonna try to stab me, you're gonna make sure he ain't trying to stab me. It's good. I'm with that. We squabble. KD is a squabbler. So is Groove. So they both agreed, but I also know that both of them are going to have their knives on them. I can't tell them not to bring their knife. I'm just asking them not to use it. They both are going to protect themselves with the Blakey. They're going to have it on them. I know this already. I would have mine. Can't trust anything. I don't hesitate. I get the doors cracked. First, I get Groove's door cracked. Tell him, come in the day room. I don't get KD's door cracked yet. This is not a setup. Just want to make sure everything is about to go according to plan. So I get him inside of the day room. And I'm sitting right there on top of the table. And I said, bro, you got a knife on you? He said, yeah. Yeah, I got a knife on me, Groove. Hell yeah. But I'm not going to use it. As long as he don't try to pull out a knife, I'm not going to pull out mine. You already said what it is. But he already said it's cool. It's a head of fade. On Hoover, I ain't pulling out no knife. But I got it. I can't tell him then, man, no, go put the knife up. Go, no, or give it to me. And no, bro, I said no knives. I can't tell him, I can't unarm him. This is jail, and anything can happen. I trust KD, and I trust KD's word. Nevertheless, this stuff is serious in here. He is a so-called op as it relates to gangs. You can only go so far. What if he does pull out a knife? And if Groove gets the best of him, knocks him out, knocks him down, whatever, knocks out his tooth, he becomes upset, irate, pulls out his knife, and just maybe he blacks out and pulls it out. Not to even go back on what he said. That's what he knows. That's where he goes. This is a Hoover. No, hell, and pull it out, just lose it. And stab the homie up and kill him. And I done told him to go put his knife up and I done unarmed him. No way. So I understood that he had it on him. Okay, cool. Don't pull it out. All right, bro. So I said, okay, I'm about to go get KD. So I go down there. Bam, bam, bam. Tell KD, I'm about to get your cell hit right now. Groove's in the day room. Y'all gonna get that out the way. Excuse me. Y'all about to get that out the way right now. KD like, all right, 40 Crip. 40's. I tell KD, same thing. You got a knife? You got a blicky? He said, yeah. I got a knife. Yeah. But I'm not going to use it. As long as he don't pull it out, they saying the same thing. But I already know that they're both going to have it. This is why I got them in the day room. I don't want them to go inside of one another's cell and fight. And I'm out there on the tier. and can't get in there in time if one of them ends up pulling out the weapon that I know both of them have. Get them in the day room, I'm going to be right there, and I can be hands-on if necessary, because sometimes I've had to do this. Individuals get into it, they black out, they just zone out, and they squabbling, and they don't want to let up. I had to pull individuals off so many times. One side of the day room, me and KD walk in there, Groove is over there. They both put up their dukes. No words are said other than Groove said, "Who?" KD said, "40 Crip." That's it. They both banged their hood on one another and then locked up. Both of them rushed each other. Bam, quickly. Boom, 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 boom. They squabbling. They getting it in. Bam, bam, bam. You can hear the smacks. It's going up. Then they start pushing each other, wrestling a little bit up against the tables and the walls. Then they bagged up off each other with the wrestling and locked up again. Bam, bam, bam. Groove has a little size on him. Dark skin, and he has a little size on him. KD has a little size on him as well. He's not a pushover. So it's really a good fight physically. They match up. They both are hitting hard. They both have a healthy disdain for one another and one another's territory. And it's oozing out during the fight as they go at it. Bam, 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 bam. Finally, KD does get in a good punch. Well, all of them were pretty good from the both. KD got in one, and Groove went down to a knee and grabbed his face right where he got hit at. I know how that feels. Hit you right there, bam, you get dizzy, and you just instinctively grab the spot where you got hit. And he grabbed the spot where he got, he did like that, and he grabbed it because it's hurting right there. It's throbbing. KD didn't rush him, let him get up. He went back at it, bam, 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 bam. And then he hit KD. It was nearly the same thing. KD grabbed his face, but neither one wanted to back down. Neither one were going to throw in the towel. They both are bleeding profusely. Yet they locked up again. Bam, 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 bam. I'm just sitting there. I'm letting them squabble. It's fine. This is what it is. This is daily activity here in the Los Angeles County Jail. Just do not pull out the weapon, and no one has indicated that they're even close to anything like that. They're going head up. Neither one is getting beat up. Neither one is feeling slighted. Neither one feels the need to pull out the weapon. There's no need, and they don't. They fight. That's what I wanted. That's how it's supposed to go. And they both were bleeding badly. And after they locked up for the fourth time or so, I told both of them, okay, bro, y'all good? Y'all should be good. That's it. Y'all good. That's it. I just told them, I don't want the police coming here after too long. Y'all been going for too long. The police know what's going on here. But they think someone in here losing their life, they going to come in. Y'all been going long enough. There's a lot of blood on the floor. That's it. I'm responsible for all this. That's it. I got y'all out to handle that, and I got to get y'all back in y'all cell. That's it. That's how I had to break it up. Like, all right, bro, bet. They shook hands. At the worst, they shook hands. They both shook hands, which is what I wanted to see. Both of them were stand-up individuals. Both of them were stand-up individuals. They shook hands, bleeding, throbbing. KD had just had to fight with BPS not long before and had to heal up a little bit. He hadn't healed up from that. Sore, bruised, battered. A warrior, still ready to fight again. A bloody, vicious fight. A relentless one. Same thing for Groove. And there are a lot of brothers like this in there. Very strong. It's just the violence is towards one another, and it should not be. We have to clean that up. The anger should not be towards one another. This is what we want to clean up. This is what we want to clean up in the community. We want to put the weapons down. We want to stop killing each other, if nothing else. You can still even rep your hood. You can still rep your territory. But you don't have to kill anyone. You don't have to use a weapon on your fellow brother. We can have a basketball game against one another. My hood against yours. I go Shaquille O'Neal in the paint on you. We just have a game. Drink some water. Have some pretty black women out there chilling with us. A picnic. We just eating. Having fun. Loving one another. Not hating one another. Loving, not hating. That was something else, but there you have it. Rest in peace to Tiny KD. Shout out to Groove. Stay safe and stay free, people.